828 Find Adventure here. I'm going to show you a solution I found to replace these heavy, hard solar panels, which are limited in their wattage because of their weight, with a more flexible type that has more wattage. These cost less than the suitcase kind that you can buy that are kind of fancy, and they have more wattage. I'm going to show you how I store it, how I charge batteries with it, and how I charge a Jackery with it. So let's go check it out. Okay guys, let me show you two different types of solar panels. We have the hard kind. This one's by Renogy, cost around $100, maybe a little, just over $100. It's got a hard aluminum frame. It's compact and it's smaller, and this is only 100 watt, but this is for, I would say, mounting it on the roof of your house or your vehicle on the roof rack. It's very substantial, very heavy duty. It is heavy though. So, and you would need probably two of those to charge any type of power pack. So this one's longer and a little bit wider. Check this out. This is a 175 watt solar panel. It's flexible. It has grommets in here, so you can hang it on something. Check that out. So it's not, and it's going to charge your power bank or whatever you need to charge a heck of a lot faster. And you could stack several of these. If you have a pickup truck and put them in the back of your bed, you could have several of them and bring to the campsite, and you could hang them on the trees, lay them flat, put them on the roof of your car, wherever they need to be. But they're also, if you have a full-size truck, easy to store, at least for me, because they're lightweight. Again, this can also be mounted on the roof of a van. You could go with the contour of the van off the front, and you know, where the roof kind of bows up. And I think this is definitely the way I'm going to be going. They cost a little more than this. They are a lot cheaper than those folding blanket style or fold up solar panels you can buy from a lot of companies. It doesn't look as nice as having a little briefcase solar panel, but this is way more powerful and it's cheaper. Now I'm going to show you how I can store this. So I'm going to put it right up here in the roof. My topper came with an elastic type band, and that's where I'm going to keep it. Boom, right there. Check that out. That's where I'm going to keep it, right there, up in the ceiling of my topper. So if I was backed up facing the sun, this would be perfect. I could just put it in here, plug it into this Jackery power bank, and it would work great. Now, there's a couple of ways you can mount this if you want it to, you know, not blow around. You can get little carabiners and put in these. That's what I'm gonna do, put a couple of carabiners in the corner. I've got these little nifty things. I've never used these before, but let's check them out. They're little suction cups that you can attach things to the roof of your vehicle, or so you can attach things to the roof or the side of your vehicle. I'm going to try to do the side. So let's see how we can do that. So basically, here are the suction cups. I'm going to try to take these off with one hand because the other hand is holding the camera. Let's check these out. They're really sticky. That shiny stuff is like some sort of sticky stuff. So let's get the other one off. They're really strong. The plastic is, you know, it's plastic. I don't know what kind of, you can kind of tell by it. I don't know how it's going to hold up over time. But like I said, you use these, you leave the solar panel up for a while, and then you take them down. It's not going to get like 50 uses a day, which is going to break the plastic. So I think they'll be just fine. But they're pretty handy dandy. You could also attach a tarp to the roof of your vehicle and pull it out like an awning, and use a couple of old tent poles or sticks to make yourself a nice awning. This would be a poor man's awning just with this little investment here, you know. Or you can, you know, they have those little rubber wire things. You can also tie that to your roof rack if you have one. But if you don't have a roof rack and the roof of your vehicle is metal and it's clean, you could attach a couple of these and then a big tarp. Get a couple of sticks for poles and some string to tie them down tight like a tent, and you would have a nice poor man's awning, which works just fine because it blocks the sun, and that's what you want. Oh, and don't let me forget, it came with this nice bag to keep them in, and some, I don't know if it's, yeah, little directions on there. Check it out. So I might buy another set of these and some little carabiners so I can attach it at 4 points, maybe on the hood of the vehicle or on the cab. Just depends on how long I'm at a location. But other than that, these suction cups are really cool. And I will put a link under the video in the description if you want to check these out. These clips right here work great. The carabiner that came on the suction cup mounts were too large for the grommets, so I just used some little carabiners, so you can see right there, just to chain it together. These suction cup mounts are like really sturdy. Now you would want to make sure and clean the paint or the surface that you were going to stick these to beforehand with maybe a microfiber cloth or a paper towel and some water, just to make sure it sticks really well. And you could buy a couple more and have it really sturdy. Now you could also just place this in the ground and stake it down with some tent stakes. I think it would work great that way. You could also, like I did, you could put it on the hood of your vehicle, on the roof. Anyway, you could tie it down with all kinds of stuff, including some zip ties or anything you wanted to do. Okay, now let's hook this up to the power bank. Let me show you how easy that is. You just get these. You only plug in one way into your cord that comes with all these power boxes. There it is. It has 2 wires coming out of the back. They just plug into your cords. They only plug in one way, so it's real easy. And then I've got it plugged into the power bank. It's cloudy right now, so it's only drawing, you know, 23, 25 watts. But it'll get there eventually. So this works great. This is a great way to hang it. Now, if it was windy, you would need to tie down these bottom grommets so it doesn't bang against the vehicle. It's just like a thin piece of like fiberglass type stuff. It's a plastic. You want to be careful not to break it by bending it in half. You can curl it up kind of in kind of a curve, like if you were to wrap it around a 55-gallon barrel, if you know the size I'm talking about there. Or you could lay it on the ground and stake it down with tent stakes, or use paracord to tie it up in a tree, or wherever you need to put it. This gives you, this is much more mobile. The regular 100-watt ones that are very heavy, you can still lean those against a tree or your vehicle. Of course, they would scratch it up. You could lay it on the roof rack, but like I said, you'd have to have 2 of them, and that would add more weight. If you got one of these metal framed solar panels in a larger wattage, it would be very big and very heavy, and wouldn't be as mobile unless it was actually fixed to the top of your van or truck or whatever you're using it for. I like this because it's portable. I can take it and position it anywhere I need to without moving the vehicle. I just need a longer cord to my power bank to do that. So it, you know, this is very handy here. This is working out great. I wanted to share it with you. I'm pulling about 30 watts from the sun to charge up this power bank here, which was at about 60-some% when I started. It will charge. It will just take a while. It's very overcast today. I still have, you know, the sun's kind of breaking out every now and then it goes behind the clouds. it's still, the sky is pretty gray. So, anyways, it'll get there. You know, you just have to be patient, and if you have it plugged up to your solar panel all day and you're, say it's on the roof of your car and you're driving down the road, it can charge this while you're driving. And like I said, you can have a fridge hooked up to it or whatever you want to do. So there's also another way to charge from the solar panel. You can use a car battery, and let me show you that. So let me show you this. So if you have a car battery laying around and it still holds a decent charge, and you know it's a healthy battery, you can buy these boxes. They use these for boating and ice fishing and all types of things like that. I thought it would be great for camping, so I wanted to show y'all. It has a 12-volt plug on it, has a place to wire up another battery if you need to, has another 12-volt on this side. It has a solar charge controller, which is awesome. The power banks come with those, but this is great because you're basically using a battery as a power bank, and it's a cheap way to do it. So inside, you can see there's the old car battery out of my Tacoma. And this is an AGM battery that I had that I didn't want to sell when I sold it. So, anyways, there we go. It's all fastened down. Now let me show you this charge controller and show you what we can do here. It's reading 11.7, 28%. Let's see here. It also has this little USB here. I forgot about that. So you can plug, you plug in your phone and charge it. You can get a longer cord than this, and I'm going to do that. It's just basically an extension cord for it, so I can place these inside and out of the weather and still have the solar panel on the outside. So now we've got this car battery in this box that you can buy extra, plugged up to the solar panel. You can see here I can charge phones and whatever else I need to do, run a fridge. Now it's probably not going to last as long as my 1,000-watt Jackery power bank over here, but as you can see right now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's showing the solar panel is charging the battery. Let's kind of flip around here. It's at 12 volt, 42%. So I'm pulling in right now to this battery 47 watts. So it's really charging it up there. So there it is. It's basically like a battery box you would have in your boat. And it's portable. And it's cheaper than buying one of these big power banks like this. So this is just an alternative. It won't last as long. And it doesn't have all the functions or the fan and stuff like that. But it's a good extra power source to have. When the power goes out or something like that, you tell your kids, go plug the phones up to it and, stop wasting my power bank because I need that to cook with. So I hope you like my video on the 175 watt flexible solar panel. It is very lightweight and portable. It does not fold up like the suitcase type, but if you have room to store one like a van or a full-size truck or any type of pickup truck with a camper cover, this is a great way to get maximum wattage out of the solar panel. I mean, 175 watts. That is awesome. For the weight, it is great. You can charge most anything really quickly. Well guys, I hope you like my video on the solar panel, the flexible solar panel at that has higher wattage and a lower price than those suitcase type that you can get. The suitcase type has its purpose, but you will need multiples of those, probably 2, to charge really anything in a efficient amount of time. And again, like I said, the hard solar panels have their purpose. They can be mounted to a roof rack, mounted to your house. The weight doesn't really matter then. The flexible type is just, it gives you more mobility. You can place it, wherever you need to get the sun. And that's what I found is better. You can put it on the side of your vehicle. You can stake it to the ground. You can move it wherever the sun is, especially if you're in a real shady area. So you can hit those sunspots, and it's easy to move and lightweight. And if you have a van, you can go with the the contour of the roof, because the front of them has a lot of wasted space. But you could put these flexible solar panels over that, and you could mount them permanently. So anyhow, I hope you liked the video. I hope I shared some things that you could use. Those suction cup mounts that go on the side are awesome. I will put links under the video in the description to everything. If you would, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, and that's what I'm trying to do, and just sharing a lot of stuff with you. So I will see you next time. I got lots of videos coming on the Tundra and camping and mountain bikes. So stay tuned, and I will see you then. See ya.